Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with today's Daily Jail update. At the top, we've got Nyx Assassin as well as Slark as two of the big assassins banned out today. Now, this is obviously a big loss to assassins. You've got Nyx Assassin, who is the main bridge between insects and assassins, the popular pairing with an assassin build. And of course, Slark, one of the biggest carries in the late game, and also can help give you scaled against any opposing mages. Both of them being out means that I would put a very lower priority on assassins. You can still play them. You still have like the elusives, for instance, if you want to run Phantom Assassin, Anti-Mage, and Templar. And then Ember Spirit is still really, really strong. As I've kind of said before, I don't think we've seen any of the newer units banned out at all in the jail since they've come out. So Ember Spirit's still good, he's still really strong, but I would just put a lower priority on Assassins today, although they may still be viable if they're uncontested and you get a good start, and maybe some good items for them. Next up, we got Lifestealer, and as a Heartless being out, Lifestealer and Necrophos are both out. That doesn't really invalidate Heartless strategies. You can still run 4 Heartless relatively easily in the early game between Drow Ranger, Shadow Demon, Abaddon, and Pudge. But without Lifestealer, you don't really have a good damage dealer. Lifestealer was just great because he dealt a lot of damage and gave you really good alliances as well. He was just great all around. The other Heartless units are a little bit lower impact than Lifestealer, so I wouldn't necessarily want to go to 4 Heartless in this meta without him, but it's totally possible. Viper being out as well as a scaled dragon. We're missing a lot of scaled today. 3 scaled, Tidehunter, Slark, and Viper. So getting scaled is going to be a big struggle in this daily meta. That kind of in turn means that mages are going to be really powerful, because if less people have scaled or harder access to scaled, mages will be able to run a little bit more free. And of course, Viper plus Dragon Knight was kind of a popular pairing in a lot of warrior compositions in the late game. You get like 3 warrior frontline, then go Viper, Dragon Knight, and you got some good damage behind them, and that won't be possible today. Tidehunter, obviously, as a scaled, and also as a warrior, that kind of normal warrior Dragon Knight kind of combo is basically completely dead because you're missing your 2 scaled. And he just really hurts a lot of warrior compositions because Tidehunter is a great warrior, just lots of CC, lots of tankiness, and all around a great guy. So him being in jail puts a much lower priority on warriors as well, especially in the late game. They're still quite good in the early game. The Tusk, Tiny, Slarder, Core, and Pudge is all still intact, so that's still a good early game, but you might want to just transition out of that into something stronger later. Disruptor was recently nerfed to be changed his Ace of Warlock effect, but he is in jail anyway, and I think that hurts. It puts like no priority on wanting to go up to like 6 Warlocks, of course. You might still want to run 4. They are still pretty powerful at 4 Warlocks. Even if you don't get Disruptor, they're just not quite as dominant as they used to be. But things like Alchemist, Shadow Fiend, Witch Doctor are 3 really good Warlocks that you can build around, and then throw in any one of the other remaining Warlocks is still an okay core, but it's not the greatest. It doesn't have the real late game reach. Then down here, these bottom 4, Shadow Shaman, Dazzle, Necrophos, and Luna, is basically just a block to say no Knights today, because these are all kind of a Knights, Troll, Healer. It's like a good common like nucleus to build out of for Knights, and with so many of them banned out, you probably just don't even try any kind of Knight composition today, at least not traditional Knights, Trolls, Healer kind of combo. You may want to splash Knights and does some other things, 2 or 4 Knights like Abaddon, Chaos Knight, Dragon Knight, Sven, but otherwise I'd try to avoid Knights if possible. What does that leave us with? Well, that leaves us with mages, a lot of mages. Lots of brutes are still available. Obviously, Lifestealer is a big loss to most brutes compositions, but you can still work with it. Brutes are still incredibly strong in the early game and allow you to transition into a wide variety of different builds. But really, mages I think are going to be the big winners today. Without so many of these scaled, and none of the mages themselves are banned out. You've got all of your Primordials, in case you want to try Primordials. You've got all of your Scrappy and Inventors, so you can try Scrappy Inventors. You can also pair them up with Hunters. All of the Hunters are available today. So those are kind of going to be some of the top compositions in today's daily meta. Good luck in your games today, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.